So there are more issues than what we actually thought originally.
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie?
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Season 3, Episode 16 of Empire. And like I said, first things first, there's more issues than what we thought. It's not just that baby Bella is gone and taken by Children and Youth Services. She's actually gone. Like, they don't know where she is. There's a bunch of different orders in the system to actually take her, and she's like, they don't know, they can't even track where she's at. They don't know where they placed her or any of that, which is ridiculous. And I'm not even going to say that this is a thing that would be so far out, because sometimes Children Youth Services is a hot ass mess. So this child, I was devastated. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And I know how those records get screwed up sometimes, but when they told him, oh, it could take a month to unscrew up one of these, if you don't find my motherfucking baby and quit playing, child was livid. Anyway, but the first things first, we see the Lions rolling, baby. Rolling deep, Patty, with the lawyers and all the heads of the family, baby, rolling through. And they are going to do a sit-down with the Dubois. And they're sitting across the table from each other. And, you know, no whole lot of niceties going on, honey. And it's given, you know, they told Mama Dubois, let them talk first. And Cookie's like, you know what, we ain't got time for no whole lot of bull crap. I came here. I know you got something to do with my grandbaby being taken. You need to tell me where my grandbaby is, and let's go. Because ain't nobody got all day to be playing around. So, honey, Mama Dubois was getting all cute with it. And Cookie was like, this bitch don't know. I'll jump across this table and tear this bitch up. And Mama Dubois was like, you feeling froggy, Cookie? Leap. Baby, when I tell you Cookie went on, did a goddamn Evelyn from off of Basketball Wives, and had one foot on the table, was on her way, I said, come on through, Cookie. That thing Cookie's too much. But I feel you. I feel you. She told her, she said, here I come. And they went through all that. Then they told, we don't know. Yes, we have connections and this, that, and the other, but I don't know where your baby is. I said, oh, okay. So once they, Cookie said, really? Y'all really want to go down this road? All right, no problem. She got up. You know, Cookie always either pulls the goddamn cloth off the table, or she going to do something. She's going to do something. She took their chair, their nice chair, and slammed it on the floor and strutted on out. I said, what, Cookie? I knew she was going to do something. She rolled out, baby. They rolled behind her, honey. I said, I know that's right. So they left on out. Thirsty has come up with a plan. He says, you know what, the best thing to do, because they're saying that the family's unfit, best thing to do and the first thing to do is expedite this divorce and get Anika as far away from the family as possible. Just create distance between her and the family so she can get custody of the baby back. But before they do that, they need to find the damn baby. So we had that whole thing. Hakeem ended up snapping out on the CPS worker, and it was a mess. A mess. It is just a mess. Everybody's in their feelings. Hakeem ends up going live, and he's venting and crying and rapping and caring. You know how he did. Child, the young folks that got mad, baby, they done got behind Hakeem, and the fans were pissed, baby, and ended up going down to Dubois and picketing. Baby, they are pissed. They're like, y'all, you know, it's out there. And they think that Dubois have something to do with it. And I wasn't so sure. I didn't know, you know. I kept looking at Angelo and the way he was looking at his mother, and he didn't seem like he knew if the mother was telling the truth or not. But as much as I love Felicia Dubois Huxtable, I love her to death, and I love the part she plays. That bitch got to go. She doing too much. She got to go. I said, girl, you too cool. She cool like a cucumber. You evil, bitch. You got to go. Now, if I got to choose between you and Cookie, you know you're going to lose. So we got all that going on. Andre is just literally coming loose piece by piece like an old dead rose, okay? He done got all bucked up and Shine. Shine's like, you better watch your tone. And Andre's like, the hell with that shit. You know, they going back and forth because he wants to just move in he wants to attack his daddy is what he wants to do. And Cookie's keeping that shit at bay. And Andre not feeling it. So then Cookie and, Shine told him, he told Shine, you need to think big for once. Can you do that? Can you do that? He's all up in Shine's face. I said, Andre, now I don't know what, but the crazy's out. So it'll probably be a good brawl. The last time somebody went up against Andre and it's crazy, they ended up stinking. So I don't know. But anyway, Cookie got in there and he told him, you better get them together. Cookie's going to say, damn it, boy, you better get proactive and call your doctor. Child, it was so funny because Portia was standing over there on the side. Portia was saying, well, Andre, I know a good doctor, honey. And Cookie was walking out. Cookie going to say, shut up, Portia. Poor Portia. She catches such a hard time. I fell out. I said, Lord have mercy. So we just looking at Andre. Andre is, he's coming unraveled, honey. Lucius and Jamal is still going back and forth. So now they had said, okay, they love the record that they have together. They're going to put it on both albums. It'll be on Cookie Meets Lucius or Lucius Meets Cookie or however that goes. And it'll also be on Inferno. Well, Lucius is always in this. He's a narcissist. So he's in that little competition with Jamal that Jamal don't realize they're in. And he says, well, I'm going to take and I'm going to remix it for my album. You put it on your album the way it is. I'm going to remix it, put it on my album. So his whole idea was to do it with a rapper. Because, again, that's old school. Jamal's idea was not to do it with a rapper. It was to actually use really heavy-hitting, like heavy metal type music to switch it up. And they're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. They bring in a rapper, and it happens to be Fetty Wap. And it was this whole thing of he had been shot, and they were waiting on him to get there. Then he gets there, and Lucius is like, that's what I'm talking about. That's hard. That's the streets. That's, look, he's willing to die for this, that, thing, and the other. And Jamal's like, he need to be in the hospital. He's standing up there, he's doing his little round, and he's bleeding through his shirt and bleeding through his little bandages. I said, child, just ridiculous. That old street-ass ridiculous shit. And Jamal's like, play my piece. Lucius heard it and was like, oh, damn, okay. But you ain't going to say nothing right in front of Jamal. So they had that whole thing. Later on, Lucius is actually sitting with Granny. Granny is in the baby's room, and he's like, what you doing, Mama? She's like, nothing. And she's in there, putting her little stuff on and putting little stuff. And I'm saying, why is she in the baby's room? But anyway, so I'm saying, I start questioning her. I said, I wonder if this old bitch is in touch with Tariq again. And because, she hates Anika. So I don't trust that mother. Because remember, she tried to drown around. So I don't really trust her. So I said, okay. And she was sitting there, and Lucius asked her, do you think I'm a good father? She said, you're not even a good person. I said, and then a little bit after that, she ends up coming to him with pictures of his father, talks about his father and different things like that. And that's one thing she does with him. She'll tear his ass up, tear him down, but this she always builds him back up. If you ever notice that she does that. She brought him some pictures of his father and everything and told him, she says, listen, let me tell you something. And she started talking about Jamal. She said, that boy Jamal, she said, he's special. Said he got a little bit of God in him. And she said, you see that, Dwight? You did that. You brought that light upon the world. And he was sitting there. And I think in that moment, he realized all of this that you do with Jamal is ridiculous. He is your child. And like you've been when you weren't competing with him, when he was a little boy, you were misusing him. And then once he got older, you realized he was talented, you used him. Okay, so you went from abusing him to using him, and the abuse never stopped. Then you're always in competition with him. That's your child. Are you a fool? And I think it clicked. So the next thing you know, we see Lucius has went and got these holograms. They look like holograms in glass. Made of pictures of his father and that. And he brought them in for Jamal and told Jamal, he says, hey, you know, it is what it is. This is my father. And, you know, Jamal's like, oh my God, you look like him, you know, and this, that, and the other. And on, he said, you can help this. You use this for your visual album, you know, to make sure that everything is a success. So, but again, remember, just hold on, because nothing with Lucius goes without a plan or a play, okay? So let's switch back over and let's talk about Cookie. Cookie and Andre actually went to see, I think the guy's name is DeMarco. It's either Marco or DeMarco. They went to see him, and Cookie's trying to sell him her idea for the opening in Vegas. She's trying to undercut Lucius. She's saying, you know, the whole thing with Inferno is not ready. Lucius is such a perfectionist. By the time he gets his stuff together, Jamal's stuff will be damn done and this will be the way to go. And Andre was just doing the complete opposite. No, I ain't working with Lucius. Lucius is a liar and this, that, and the other. He was really losing it over there. So Cookie was like, I know what I'm doing. And so Marco told him, you know what, if you get Lucius to come in and y'all say, yes, this is what y'all doing and it's all going to be together, then I'm in. Other than that, no, this don't sound right and I'm not going to do it. So, you know, Andre ends up jumping up and the men done yanked him, and it was, child, Andre's ass is I'm rambling. Child, Marco going to look at him and say, ooh, Potso. I said, oh. Everybody that motherfucker crazy. So, Cookie gets them together and all that. She gets to talking to Andre a little bit after that meeting, and she's telling him, what is this thing? He gonna tell her, you and this thing with Lucius, no matter what, you are always trying to stop something, always trying to protect him and all of this. And the way that you let him have a hold on you and that, you should be ashamed of yourself, you know? And she's like, you better watch your tone talking to me, boy. This, that, thing. She's getting his ass together. And then Nessa going to chime in. Because she already made it very plain. You know, like, I understand that I'm not a lion and I'm not being, like, this is not working out the way that things are supposed to work out for me. I'm getting left out of here. This is bullshit. She told Cookie, you need to chill and let Andre do what he do. You can't just keep talking to him like he's a kid, like he's some type of a child. Cookie looked at Andre and said, I'm going to need you to understand what I'm about to do. And she turned around and gave Nessa, I said, oh my gosh. She smacked the shit out of her. Shook her. I said, oh. Her head went to the side. She get the crying and carried on. She told her, let me tell you something, bitch. Don't you ever try to come in between me and my son. Do you understand? And then she went right back to talking to Andre. Andre ain't flinched, honey. And she said what she had to say. And then she's like, get yourself together. Damn. She went to walk out. She said to Nessa, and next time, hold your mouth, bitch. And walked out. I said, Cookie! I love it. She fucked her ass up. And she should have. I don't know who that damn Nessa thinks she is. She fucked her ass up. Nessa ended up later on getting with Andre and fussing at him and will try to tell him about himself. That didn't go far. I said, oh, girl, well, that didn't work out. I'm tell him, there's nothing for me with this. First, you going to just try to control me. You try to treat me petty. Then you turn around, you wanted to bang Juliana. He's like, well, you know, I told you that's how I do business. This, that, so she banged him in his chest a couple times and told him, I'm not crazy. I'm out of here. You're crazy. And I was like, girl, you better stop hitting him, honey. You better stop hitting him, honey. They're going to find your ass up underneath the couch, honey. So she ended up walking on off side. I said, oh boy, it's going to be him and Shine going to be at it. But anyway, a little before that, Andre had a little snap out. He ends up, Anika's up in the room. You know, she's going through. Next thing you know, Andre walks in the room and she turns around. Honey, first time they've been alone, baby. He locked that door. And I think Anika knew then. She was like, oh shit, honey. He just charged her. Charged her, yanked her all up. And took her, I said, oh, wait a minute. Andre slammed her real hard, slammed her back up against the back of the couch real hard, and was choking her out and going to say, we got unfinished business, bitch. This, that, and the other, talking about his dead-ass wife and a fucking dead-ass baby. And Anika, she's so done and so spent with everything. She going to say, oh, just do it. Get it over with. I deserve it. I wanted to be a lion so bad, and it's nothing. And this is all just karma coming back to me. Just go ahead and do it. Finish me off. And he told her, you need to be as miserable as I am. He can get her and choke her out. Then when she said, then he going to say, you know what? I ain't going to finish you off. I'm going to let you suffer just like I am. She's like crying, and he walked on out. That motherfucker crazy. He's out of his mind. Out of his mind. And the funny part is, as crazy as Andre is, the only thing with Andre that you can calm his crazy if you play with his dick a little bit. Did you notice that? If she grab him up in the crotch, baby, and give him a little bumpage and a little suckage, honey, she could go ahead on, because they will be perfect together, him and Anika, with their two raggedy asses. But Anika's on something different. But yeah, all she got to do is go give him a little grindage and a little blurpage and slurpage, honey, and it'll be on and popping. Damn crazy ass Andre. Anyway, so him and Nessa's done, like I said. So we're going to look forward to seeing him and Shine going at it. Angela's mother said, I had nothing to do with, when the protesters were there, said I had nothing to do with that baby being taken, but I don't feel any sympathy for them either. She gonna say they set the whole race back with their, what does she say? They set the whole race back with their despicable lyrics and thuggish behavior. I said, oh, Mrs. Huxtable, you better cut that out. Cut that out. And I still wasn't too sure. I'm still question marking her and Granny. I don't know. So we move on. So then we see this scene where Andre's bringing the little boy with the big shoes into this laundromat. And Cookie's like, get his ass out of here. And he's like, what? He needs to know how this family does business. She said, if you don't get his ass out of here with your crazy goddamn ass, get him out of here. So she said, I'm going to get the baby back, baby. Just don't worry about it. Mama got it. This, that, and took him on. Because, you know, he ain't wrapped too tight either. So Andre goes to take him back. Here, when they go to the back of the laundromat, baby Cookie and the boys done accosted Angelo. Baby, and they gave him a good old laundromat ass whooping. You understand me? And he begged and pleaded and told Cookie, no. I don't know nothing about it. I'm telling you, my family doesn't have anything to do with what happened with the baby. This, that, the other. She gonna say, I don't believe you. I believe that bitch of a mother of yours has something to do with it. Remember when all his names she called me and the way she talked about me? Everything she said about me was true. And told them, beat his ass. Whoop his ass. And he said something about, Cookie, you're not going to get away with it, Cookie. She said, yes, I am, bitch. Whoop his ass. Bye, bitch. Walked out of there and they beat his goddamn ass. You understand me? So that was that. Then let's switch on over. She goes to talk to Lucius. she's talking to Lucius, and she's trying to talk him into going with her way of doing everything and telling him how quickly everything's going to work, and it would be really, really good, and it will bind the family, because that's been her whole thing this whole episode, is the family, we need to get back together, because you can see how, they said, you see how the Dubois rolled on us? And that's because they stayed together. They are together as a unit, and they ain't playing. They rolled on our ass, and that's how Bella slipped through the cracks, you know, because we are so separated and divided, fight with each other all the time. It's bullshit. So, in the midst of that, enters Juliana. I said, oh, Lord, when I seen her come, I seen they showed her foot, baby, come through with this cute little motherfucking fuck me pumper one. I said, oh, here she come, honey. She said, oh, see, yeah, I heard about your little private meetings with Marco, and I decided to fly on back here from Las Vegas to see exactly what it is that you were up to, honey. And nobody's dealing with you, honey. Everything's going to go just as it was. We're fine. Understand? So she sit down next to Lucius, honey. They all cozied up. Cookie sitting there looking at Lucius. Lucius going to say, you know, he's looking at her. He's like, nah, everything's okay. Me and Jamal's doing our thing, and we cool. We this, that, the other. I'm like, damn, here we go. He done ended up on the winning end yet again. And Cookie got up, turned around, looked at Lucius, told him, she said, I did 17 years for you. Child, you know, that's always her line. That usually gets him kind of where she wants him, or in that move where she can maneuver him. Well, baby, that bitch Juliana decided to open her mouth, honey, and told her, and we appreciate it, but I'll take it from here. I said, I said, Juliana, you doing too much. You're going to get your ass tore out the frame, playing around. Cookie looked at her, baby. If looks could kill, she would have been stretched out. You understand me? And that bitch marched on out of here. I said, oh, Cookie, that's okay, girl. Walk it off, bitch. You'll get her. You'll get her, bitch. And I'm here for it. Cookie left up out of there. I said, oh, Juliana, you were something else, honey. Last thing, as if Juliana wasn't enough. Next, we see Mama Dubois patching her boy up, honey. And she said, it's okay, baby. Don't worry about it. I know this thing. She's patched him up. She says, but it's okay. Just look at this, honey. And baby, that door opened, honey, and a nanny rolled in, honey, with Bella. And she picked Bella up, honey, and she said, let me introduce you to the newest member of the Dubois family. Extraordinary times call for extraordinary measures. They ruined one of mine, and I took one of theirs. I said, woo! Girl, you don't know. You're playing around too, Mama Dubois, girl. You're going to get it, honey. Trust me. You're going to get it. Oh, she got to go. She's got to go, honey. Cookie, where you at, girl? She got to go. I'll talk to y'all later. We get closer and closer to the finale. We back to the old empire. I said, y'all got some shit going down. Next week, y'all.